Hi everybody. Today we are going to discuss about the background to nanoscience. So in that we are going to discuss about the carbon age and the new form of carbon, that is CNT and the graphic we are going to discuss. So in this the carbon nanomaterials are like it's a very interesting elements and which constitutes the major part of living as well as non-living world. The clusters and the nanomaterials that are known as today's provide a rich variety of carbon forms. And also, the crystalline carbon can exit diamond, graphite, fluorines, and carbon nanotubes, graphite, and so on. So these are all the carbon nanomaterials of available things. In that we have the three types of carbon nanomaterials. That is 0D, that is the small clusters and fluorescence and nano diamonds. And 1D is nothing but the carbon nanotubes, and 2D is nothing but a graphene and a graphene. So these three are very, and also uh, the corners of the all the facts and faces and the cubes, there are ball shaped and carbon molecules, which is fluorines family. So and also the carbon age and the form of the carbon is like it's a 142 nanometer range in between the two corners. So on A and B having the square type of metals, and like it's like it will arrange in a bond of carbon nanotubes. There is the carbon structure, the carbon structure of the nanomaterials. So like it's a bond, it will be connected like a benzene structure of each and every material. So it's a new form of carbonate material. We will be able to connect the things. And also each fluorines molecule has the CAG and CAG-like structure, cage-like structure, and all the carbon atoms are located on the surface of nearby or nearly spherical figure. The fluorines have 60, 70, 80 or more number of carbon atoms on the surface, out of which 60 atoms molecule are clustered in the most stable and spherical in shape. Especially it's available in the spherical shapes only. And also the fluorines, why the fluorines? The name is occur. And the Grotto or Smalley and Kroll are working on this simulating interstellar molecular or the laboratory. They were trying to laser able to ablate the graphite rod and study mass spectrum using mass spectrometer. And also, the evaporation from graphite was carried out in the ultra high vacuum chamber in a helium atmosphere mainly. The together to the great surprise, they rapidly got mass signal due to the 60 carbon atoms cluster. They tried to model in nearly for a week, and suddenly Krotow remembered of industrial exhibition, and once it will be visited. There are the there's no demo, some pentagons and some hexagons is distributed on the surface. Mainly, the Kroto and Smiley and Kroll succeed in constructing 60 atoms cluster model with the 12 pentagons and 20 hexagons with a restriction that no two per pentagon touched each other, and each pentagon shared on edge with the hexagon. It was a honor. It was a honor of Buckminster Fuller that the name Florence was given to family of this newly founded cage like a carbon pester. The Carters Manley and Carl received the Nobel Prize in the year of 1966 for the discovery of nanocarbon age tubes. and mainly the carbon nanotubes, or this one D is developed in 1991 by Limja under the translation of electron microscope. He was actually examining some sampled carbon clusters like a fullerenes synthesized using the electric arc discharge method mainly. And zinc oxide and TiO2 and moss and the shape of nanotube can be in many metallized will be formed. Carbon nanotubes can be considered by the cylinders made a graphite sheet and mostly closed at the end of the carbon atoms affixes of oxygen such as like a graphite sheet. Once it can be considered the carbon nanotube as a folding of graphite sheet, it is a only image, it's a only image, imaginary sheet, actual growth of the nanotubes, and just like one roll of piece of paper into a cylindrical form. So like it's a folding form and it's a folding structure is available here. The difference, however, it's such a larger of that is it may be a few centimeters square or compared to very thick and microns level it will be having it's in micromillimeter level of atoms mainly. Consider the rolling graphite sheet. We can imagine the carbon atoms being spread in hexagonal arrangement with some lattice strain. The lines showed connecting the field shape of carbon or bonds that exist between atoms, and during their formation the nanotubes get capped with himself and Florence. Thank you.